This is Top Accolade Global News Update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. The Ukrainian military said it has recaptured several strategic gas and oil drilling platforms from Russia in the Black Sea close to Crimea, which Moscow's forces had occupied since 2015. The recapture of the so-called Boyko Towers platforms, which was reported on Monday, takes back an asset that Russia seized during the annexation of Crimea and places Kyiv closer to retaking the occupied peninsula, according to Ukrainian military intelligence (GUR). The GUR said on the Telegram messaging app that Ukrainian forces had retaken the drilling platforms in a unique operation. Quote, "For Ukraine, regaining control of the Boyko Towers was of strategic importance, and as a result, Russia lost the ability to use them for military purposes," the GUR said on Telegram. During the operation, there was a clash between Ukrainian special forces on board and a Russian fighter jet, which was damaged and forced to retreat, the GUR said, adding that valuable trophies such as helicopter munitions and a radar system that can track the movement of ships in the Black Sea were seized at the platforms. The Russian Defense Ministry did not make any immediate comment on the Ukrainian claim, but the ministry has previously reported that Russian warplanes destroyed several Ukrainian speedboats in the area in recent days. Villagers in parts of Morocco devastated by the country's biggest earthquake in over a century camped outside for a fortnight on Monday as the death toll rose to more than 2,800 people. Search teams from Spain, Britain and Qatar joined Moroccan efforts to find survivors from the 6.8 magnitude quake that struck in the High Atlas Mountains late on Friday, flattening the traditional mud brick houses ubiquitous in the region. State TV reported late on Monday that the death toll had risen to 2,862, with 2,562 people injured. With much of the quake zone in hard to reach areas, authorities have not issued any estimate for the number of missing people. In the village of Timmel, almost every house was pulverized and the entire community has been left homeless. The stench of death from dozens of animals buried under the rubble wafted through parts of the village. Mohammed El Hassan, aged 59, said he had been eating dinner with his family when the earthquake struck. His 31-year-old son fled outside and was hit as the neighbor's roof collapsed, trapping him under the rubble. El Hassan said he searched for his son as he cried for help, but eventually the cry stopped, and by the time he reached his son, he was dead. El Hassan and his wife and daughter remained inside their home and survived. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has arrived in Russia, a source told pressmen on Tuesday, for what the Kremlin said would be a comprehensive discussion with President Vladimir Putin. Amid warnings from Washington they should not agree on an arms deal, Kim left Pyongyang for Russia on Sunday on his private train, the North State media reported on Tuesday, accompanied by top arms industry and military officials. A Russian source with knowledge of the trip told newsmen Kim arrived in Russia on Tuesday morning, leaving his train to meet local officials in Kazan, the main rail gateway to Russia's Far East, before continuing on. Kim's arrival was also reported on Tuesday by Russia's state television Rossiya 1, which showed a train purported to be carrying the North Korean leader with its signature olive green paint scheme crossing a bridge. Kim does not travel abroad frequently, making just 7 trips away from his country and twice stepping across the inter-Korean border in his 12 years in power. 4 of those trips were to the North's main political ally. China is bolstering its air power along the coast facing Taiwan with a permanent deployment of new fighters and drones at expanded air bases, Taiwan's defense ministry said on Tuesday in its biennial report. China, which claims democratically governed Taiwan as its own territory, has ramped up its military activities near the island in recent years in response to what Beijing calls collusion between Taiwan and the United States. And to prevent Taiwan independence, China staged war games around Taiwan in August of last year and again in April, and its forces operate around the island almost daily. In its national defense report, the ministry said China uses, quote, realistic combat training and exercises to strengthen its preparedness against Taiwan. China's frequent drills to Taiwan's north and south and into the Pacific show its effort to intimidate Taiwan from both its east and west, the ministry added. China's defense ministry did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Taiwan, whose forces are dwarfed by those of China's, has been pursuing a strategy of asymmetric defense by improving its long-range precision, unmanned, maneuverable, and artificial intelligence capabilities. Another record month for British pay growth put the Bank of England on track to raise interest rates once again, perhaps for the last time in the current cycle, as data on Tuesday also pointed to a cooling labor market. Average weekly earnings growth in the 3 months to July rose to 8.5% in annual terms, up from 8.4% a month earlier and marking a new high, excluding distortions during the COVID-19 pandemic. In records dating back more than 20 years, the Office for National Statistics (ONS) said most investors think this will prompt the BOE to raise interest rates again on September 22nd to 5.5% from 5.25% as it tries to tame the highest rate of inflation among major advanced economies. But other labor market gauges underlined caution about the economic outlook among many of the BOE's top officials. The unemployment rate rose, the number of people in work fell sharply, and vacancies dipped below 1 million for the first time in 2 years. That is the size of top accurate global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Tuesday.